Timmery, and I just finished my first semester of nursing school, so I wanted to come jump on here and give you guys some tips for your first semester that I either wish I had known or that I followed my first semester. These are just kind of the first things that came to my mind when I thought of tips for your first semester. So I'm sure there's more and I'm sure there's better ones out there, but these are just from my personal experience and what I learned in my first semester. So my first tip is do not panic. Please, for the love of God, don't panic. Nursing school is not this scary monster. You're not gonna lose your social life. You're not gonna not be able to live life for 2 years. You're not gonna miss out on everything and everyone. You're not gonna be alone. So many people would say that, oh, say goodbye to your social life, say goodbye to this, say goodbye to that. It does not have to be that way. I don't like the stigma that your whole world has to stop because you're in nursing school when it's not like that. So many people in my class or my program in general, we're panicking like week 1. Everyone is new your first semester. Your first week of your first semester of nursing school. Everyone is in the same boat. No one knows what's going on. The professors are not going to fail you your first week. Like, they're understanding if everything's not in order. And also, they're not in order half the time either. So you guys are kind of figuring out a groove, especially these semesters with COVID. Everyone is figuring out how to maneuver everything. It's all a learning curve for everyone, especially you guys, and I'm just telling you, don't panic. Getting all of your syllabi and everything for all your classes and seeing your schedule and seeing your exam schedule and your HESI and your clinicals is overwhelming. Take it week by week and ride it out. If you panic, you're just making it harder on yourself. Nothing is going to make or break you your first week while you're still or your first month even, or your first semester even, as you're still trying to navigate nursing school and figure it out. My second tip is do not over prepare. It kind of goes along with my do not panic thing, but if you over prepare, you're gonna psych yourself out already because you're doing way more than you need to be doing. There were girls and guys, I assume, in my class that were literally like reading week 10 material on week 1. There's no need to do that. The material is put in a certain order because that's how you're supposed to learn it. That's how your curriculum goes. And usually it's not the most difficult material first week, but week 10, it's way more difficult than first week. You need to get the basics before you can move on to anything else. So there's no point in trying to understand the material week 1. You can go and look it over the week before. You should be doing that. It will help you understand when you read it when you don't understand, as you're learning, and then after you learn it. But to try to go and jump way ahead in the syllabus is just a waste of time, and you're gonna stress yourself out. Take it week by week, take it 2 weeks at a time, and go from there. Skim it. Do not spend hours doing these readings. When you get your lecture, you actually know what the important information is, so you can go pick it out and read that in more detail. You trying to memorize you cannot learn every single thing in your reading, so there's no point in trying to do it for week 1 or week 15. Skim it over the week before, the night before, whenever you can. Go through it again while you're learning the material, pick out things you don't understand, things that were the most important. And then once you learn the information, read it one more time to make sure you have a grasp of the concepts. That is the only way you're going to be able to make it through with the readings. That being said, you need to have a schedule. You need to have a planner and plan out your semester because you have due dates that sneak up on you, and if you don't see them, next thing you know, it's going to be past due and you're going to be like, what the heck? This December was really crazy for me for a lot of reasons, and I wasn't checking my planner and I missed an entire month of assignments that ended up with me getting a lower grade than I was supposed to in the class because I missed those assignments. It happens. No one's there to hold you accountable, so you need to have them written down and you need to stay on top of it. I got this weekly planning tab of like sheets of paper from TJ Maxx. I showed it in my nursing school supply haul video, and I used that as well as a monthly planner to keep on top of bills, appointments, assignments, clinicals, everything. The weekly planner was so nice because I literally saw the weeks counting down every time I flipped a page and tore it off and threw it in the garbage, and I could change that more than I could change my monthly planner. And having your time planned out and everything written down is vital to surviving any type of school. In my bachelor's degree program that I was in, I did it now. It's essential no matter what kind of student you are. Next, going off of scheduling and everything like that, have designated times to not think about school. Have your weekends, have your day off, whatever it is. Don't worry about school all the time. If you're worrying about school all the time, you're gonna burn out, you're gonna hate it, you're gonna be miserable. If you have scheduled times where you're like, okay, I'm not thinking about school. For me, it was the weekends. We were in 9 credits this semester, so I was technically part-time. I could get everything I needed to get done in the week. The weekends were mine. I would go to my boyfriend's football games, go hang out with him and spend time with him and not worry about anything. And that's not to say I never did, because there was always looming like, oh, what's my grade, what's that? But I wasn't going to stress myself out 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. It just, no one can do it. If you schedule times to yourself, you won't be as overwhelmed and you'll thank yourself that you did it, because in the end, school is not the end all be all. And you're probably not gonna fail for prioritizing some time to enjoy yourself and not worry about school. The next tip I have is to be friendly. You have to make friends. Talk to your classmates, talk to your group mates, talk to your clinical group mates. Make relationships with these people because they will get you through. My clinical group was incredible this semester. I am so lucky to have had the group I had because they got me through. You lean on each other in the hard times, because let me tell you, there are hard times. In an ADN program, a lot of the students have families, they have husbands, they have wives, they have parents that they're taking care of, they have kids they're taking care of, nieces, nephews, everything. And they're trying to maneuver all of that and school. And if you don't have relationships that understand what you're going through in nursing school, it's gonna be a heck of a lot more difficult and draining because you feel lonely. Commuting can be lonely anyways. I'm not married. I'm in a long distance relationship with my boyfriend. As much as I can lean on him, it gets really lonely day to day, driving to school alone, coming back from school alone. And if you're alone in school, it's really hard, especially the first couple weeks of nursing school when you don't really know anyone and everyone's going through it. Be friendly, reach out, make conversation. Don't just shut everyone out. Talk to your clinical group mates, make a group chat, all this stuff, rely on them. And if you have those relationships and you can grow upon them, not only are you gonna make friends for life, but you're gonna make your life easier throughout nursing school. Another thing that I saw a lot this semester was you have to set priorities. You cannot try to work 70 hours a week, go to nursing school, have a family, travel, do all this stuff. You just can't. You have to set priorities. If nursing school is your priority, that's fine. Put it at the top. Nursing school comes before everything else. If you have a family, you're probably gonna put your family before nursing school, I would assume. So it's kind of a balance. I had people that were planning 17 trips for the semester to take and working 40 hours a week and then complaining about the curriculum and it not being adaptive to their lifestyle. If you're gonna go through nursing school, it has to be your priority. You can't put it on the back burner and prioritize other things ahead of it. You won't make it through. Oh my gosh. The internet is a beautiful thing. Use your online resources. Oh my goodness. I swear to you, the only reason I got through nursing school this semester was Nexus Nursing YouTube videos. She is the absolute best. Professor D, Nexus Nursing, it is like mind-boggling how well these worked for me. Just listen to her videos. If you take one thing from this video, let it be Nexus Nursing on YouTube. I will put her in the description. She is a lifesaver. She's godsend. Another really helpful account on YouTube that helped me, RegisteredNurseRN, really helped with my clinical skills as far as like giving shots, changing wound dressings. Going back and watching it at your own pace and learning it that way is much easier and super helpful. Especially those nights before clinical where you're like freaking out. You're like, oh my god, I don't remember how to do this. And your notes just aren't helping. Looking up her videos was so helpful. Resources that really pointed out distinct differences and hearing them made it a heck of a lot easier to learn the material. It's hard if you've already started nursing school, but I would 150% recommend getting your CNA before you apply to nursing school. It makes such a difference. I do not have my CNA. But you can tell in your first semester who has their CNA and who doesn't, because they are a leg up on everyone else. Your first semester is mostly CNA stuff as far as skills that you're learning. Not all of it, but a lot of it is like just basic patient care and CNA responsibilities. Not only should you be a CNA, when you get to clinical, rely on your CNAs, stick with them, learn from them. They are seeing so many patients, they know what they're doing, and if you want to master the skills that they're doing, befriend them, follow them around, offer them help, anything. We weren't assigned a nurse for our clinicals, we were assigned a patient. The nurses are so busy and half of them just disregard you. The CNA is your only hope. So if you follow that CNA, if you offer her help, or him, they know what they're doing and they will give you so many tips and tricks and just make your life a whole lot easier. Because let me tell you, your first couple of patient experiences when you're trying to change a bed in front of them, I had a CNA as one of my patients and I like couldn't change the bed sheets and I was like panicking, but they're so nice. And most of the time I did not have a bad experience with CNA. They want you to learn and they want something taken off their plate. So if you can do it, they will let you. Ask questions. If you have questions, ask them. If you're not clear on something, you have to ask and clarify because you're responsible for patient safety, and if you're putting that in jeopardy, it's not okay. If you don't understand something, you have to ask questions. So many times in clinicals, I was mortified to go up and ask a question because professors aren't always the kindest when answering. But I would go up and ask it anyways because I'm not risking patient safety because I am too scared to ask a question. And that's what I'm talking about more, like material-wise, yeah, you need to ask questions, but you can probably find the answer elsewhere. But when you're in a patient care scenario and you have a question or you're not clear on how to do something, you can't just go and do it. Ask questions, please, please. Last but not least, you have to make sure to take care of yourself. Nursing school is hard. School is hard in general, whether you're in a biology program, education program, communications program, a master's degree program, an ADN program, anything. It is hard and it is a lot of work. You need to, again, prioritize days where you're not thinking about school. On those days, take care of yourself. Go get a facial, go get your hair done, go hang out with friends and get lunch, go to the beach, whatever. Have to take care of yourself or you will fall into a rut. Have fun and remember that school is not your whole life. You need to take care of yourself before you can take care of others and before you can excel in anything. It's so important in every aspect of life, but especially when you're in nursing school because it's so taxing. You need to just make sure that you're okay and you're healthy and you're not letting yourself fall apart in every other aspect of your life because you're trying to finish school so hard. You don't need to get straight A's. You don't need to do all this extra work. Honestly, if all you can do is the bare minimum and that's getting you through, then do it. There is nothing wrong with that. You're not competing with anyone besides yourself, and if you're getting through it and you're motivated and driven, that is all that matters. And that was something that was really hard for me to grasp, but this past semester I really had to because I couldn't do it all. If you're getting through, you're getting through. Am I still having trouble grasping that? Yes. I got through and I'm gonna keep doing it second semester, and I just got all my syllabi and all of that and my clinical assignments, and I'm super overwhelmed right now, but I'm going to not think about it until next week when classes start, and I'm just gonna go with the flow. That's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, subscribe, like, share this video with someone you know that may be going into their first semester or even their second semester or third or fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh or 8th semester of nursing school, whatever it may be. I hope you guys take these tips, and if you have any different tips, leave them in the comments for people to see. I'm gonna be posting a lot more nursing videos this year. Last year was kind of crazy. Right when I started my YouTube channel at the end of the year, things started to get a little crazy, and unfortunately what happened just took over my life, and again, I had to set priorities, and my YouTube channel was not one of them. This year, I am gonna try to post way more content, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.